Morning, Millie. Maybe not. Maybe it's not a... Well, I didn't say good morning. I just said morning. You got the fuzzy head like you still want to... You laughing with my pap? You see them ducks? I guess if Pappy's happy, Miller's happy. What do we want to see first? We want to see the pigs first or the chickens first? The chickens are on the way. So we make sure the water's on and take care of those chickens first thing. What do you think? Let's try that. Of course, we're not completely ready because we need to move some fence, and I guess we'll just move them. We'll just move them to wherever we got to do and deal with the consequences later. Millie, I think like that feels like a summer sun already. Whew. It's only 66. It feels, I guess I'm confused. Maybe it doesn't feel humid. If there's a little humidity in the air, I didn't check that percentage, but that feels like a summer sun. Only 60 couple degrees, but I can feel the power behind it. I need to get you a shade cloth thing or something. It's not going to be so bad, but you're not going to be out here a long time. But it's hot. That sun has got some power. Wonder what that means for the rest of the day. If it's already got that much power this early, we're in for some trouble later probably. We've got the benefit of old Dot and Kippy. Kippy's over there, and Dot. And we've been keeping this electronetting around the chickens. Of course, it's down now because we mowed this section hoping to get it tilled up for a garden. Our last frost date is supposed to be May 25th. We had a little bit of frost just the other day, so I see some people all the way at the beginning of April in the south able to start things, and we could start things earlier. We have ways we could start things, but we aren't in position for that right now. So this netting is all down. Need to get this netting put back up a little better, but it's been protecting our chickens. We haven't lost any to predators, but the rain, we had some bad storms. This batch I put out too early, thinking they were a little older than they were, and this batch over here, similar. Well, no, not similar. They were moved out earlier, but the problem with them was, and maybe I'll show the brooder room later, but we have this brooder room we've been raising chickens in for 20 years, never had any issues, and a rat got in there and killed a slew of them. So that's the problem that we have currently. So I got to fix up the brooder room. That's part of today's plan because we have turkeys and more chickens coming. Got to fix up the brooder room so it's more secure. And the net's keeping these, of course it's not really doing anything right now, but the net has been keeping them secure. It's not out on the, we like to have them out on the pastures, and we'll probably do that. But old Dot, she's keeping everything chased away right now. As silly as she looks, she's a silly dog, but nothing comes in here where she's at. Well, we got a couple of problems. Gotta put a rubber gasket in the hose up there that feeds the chickens, because I delayed that from yesterday. The water is on. The water hose isn't hooked up. Have to go hook the water hose up so that we can water the chickens. I don't know what she learned to take the Velcro off of. What do you got back there? I don't think that's a tool. You're not going to fall out on me, are you? No, I don't think so. Just a little shield of some sort with some Velcro that makes nice sound, Pap. But we have to go back to the house and get a little gasket for the water hose so it doesn't leak. Then we can make sure that the chickens have water. Thank you. Oh, Millie, I heard you yawn, and it is past breakfast time for both of us, actually. Neither one of us got our normal breakfast routine, but we have the water hooked on now, and Pappy is already sweating. Pappy needs to sweat some. Justin Rhodes said, you get the camera to work. Justin Rhodes said that, you know, he always carried his kids in that backpack. Now, these are my grandkids. I got them by just a couple years, and I started my family just a little before he did. But he said this was his gym. He didn't need to put a rucksack on. He could just put his kids on and take a walk. Well, out of two things. One, it's cool. Well, three things. It's cool to have them with me. It is a workout to carry this 20-couple pound little bundle behind me. And I guess it's only two. Well, it's fun, it's necessary, and it is a workout. So, three things. Fun, necessary, and a workout. She enjoys it. This thing is all over the place. She enjoys it. She's trying to touch Puppy's hand, arm. But now we should have the water on Miller. We can get some water in the chickens. We need to move those chickens. So that'll be part of the plan too. And they're getting lazy, so they may not want to move. Hope that didn't mess up my audio.
What's so funny?
Well, Aunt Maddie came out and decided she's going to take charge, so...
No, I don't have to take charge.
Well, you're definitely taking charge. I was going to have a talk with you anyway about this, but I think we need to have... I was going to move these guys, and they need moved, but we need to do a chicken relocation program and get about half of those chickens up into this other pen.
Yeah.
And then these guys got... I'm going to look and see if we have another feeder, because these guys got to get a different type of feeder. They're wasting feed like crazy. So, not knowing what's going to happen with this garden situation behind me, where can we take them?
I'm gonna just migrate.
Just going to put them on the other side of the tree down here? Well, what about Dot?
She's not gonna come in the fence.
You sure?
Whenever they were down there, she's not coming in the fence.
When were they? You mean right there?
Yeah, you can see where they were at.
Well, also, her battery looks like it must be dead or something, because she's way out there too close to Kip. We don't want any puppies.
And we had those turkeys out here. She could reach out fine.
Well, they were in, yeah, I guess. Yeah, the turkeys were out here where she could get to them. Well, as long as this is, I mean, you may have to mow a circle around to keep this electronetting out of the grass. Because with the wet grass, you know what? I'm going to get one of those. I'm going to get a different charger, because I don't trust that solar charger so much. So I'm going to get a charger that has, I'm going to take my other charger to get it fixed. And then that'll be fixed within a couple of days.
Okay.
So we've got the water done here. Do you want us to help you here, or go feed the pigs? And whatever capacity do you... Well, moving the netting is...
Hands doing the cows.
You want to just go do the cows right now, and then I can do the pigs, and you can come back to the chickens? Yeah or no? With a lot of the reading that I've been doing, that Dorito Effect book by Mark Schatzker, and some videos I've been watching, and just some overall health concerns that I've been having. Not that I don't have concerns, but the sleep apnea deal and shortness of breath, learning how to breathe again. Maybe I've got some allergy situations going on. I don't know. I'm dealing with all that stuff, trying to figure that out. I don't have any significant health issues, I guess, but that sleep apnea deal did have my body messed up. As soon as my oxygen got better, I felt a ton better. My body wasn't aching. My muscles weren't hurting. I had what I thought was bursitis in my shoulders. That's gone away. All of that, I believe, came from that oxygen deprivation in my body, from not sleeping correctly and not getting proper oxygen at night. But that's got me thinking about that, combined with that, the reading, and we've always been a little bit, cognizant of our eating habits. But I think I'm done. I think I'm done with buffet restaurants. And I say I think because they're awful tempting. These buffet restaurants are tempting because we're addicted to that flavor, and we've got this idea that, wow, we're getting a really good deal and we can just eat to our heart's content. But should we be? Should we be eating that way? A couple little side notes. First thing, we rotated this grass where's my finger? There it is. We rotated this grass a little differently than we did these others out here, and you'll see a significant difference in the way they perform. This grass over here, we didn't clip it as short. The cows had more time. We've got more organic material. A lot of this is coming to seed. It's more stemmy. The cows don't like it as much. We will force them to eat that later, but in the meantime, if we can move them faster and leave some of that for support structure for the other plants, the other grass to come in, I believe that's going to do us better. These areas where we either got busy or weren't able to move as fast and the grass is clipped shorter are not as lush. It takes them longer to recover. They don't have that support structure to hold the water, and we've had plenty of water, so I don't think that's the issue, but they don't have the support structure to hold the water, and you know, they're recovering. I'll go over there and show you, but they're just not, they don't look as lush. They don't have the depth that these pastures where we're able to manage a little better. The second thing I'd like to talk about until I get over to show you that other field is what's up with these turkey vultures. Now, my pigs are down there in that field, and I've been feeding slop, so I don't know if they were attracted to something they saw in that field. They've been down there for a couple of days, and our calves are old enough that they're probably not getting after our calves. You know, sometimes you hear about black vultures getting after calves. Turkey vultures don't have that reputation, but there must be something in that pig pasture that has got their attention, and two of them at least have been down there. It's warming up its wings, getting ready to soar on a current. If he catches an updraft, he'll soar off somewhere, hopefully away from here. I like them. They do their job. I'm not against birds, but it's weird that they're hanging around there like that. There's nothing dead down there. Some slop that we put out. They must have been drawn to something, and I haven't been down there yet, so hopefully, I don't know, they'd have to be pretty radical to try to pick on a pig. A couple hundred, well, they're not a couple hundred, 150-pound pig, 125-pound pig. That'd be a pretty big fight for a turkey vulture. Part of what I discovered in myself, even before reading that book, is we have an emotional connection, or we should be having an emotional response to our food choices. And overeating makes us, well, when you go to the Chinese buffet restaurant, or you go to any kind of buffet restaurant, or you order pizza for home, and you know, you just gorge yourself on that pizza, how does it make you feel? Well, typically it makes us feel miserable. We feel miserable and we should have a response to that misery. We shouldn't like that. We say, oh well, I ate so much I feel miserable. Well, then don't do it anymore. We overeat, and part of that is, you know, flavor and nutrients. Did my partner pass out? No, she's still here. Part of that is flavor and nutrition. The nutrients we're getting in food, we're not getting the nutrition we think we're getting. The flavor is tricking us into believing that. We're addicted to the flavor. We have a response, whether we like it or not. Our response isn't driven in our emotion. It's driven in our addiction to flavor. Addiction to food, sort of. And we just eat and eat and eat. Well, I don't like that feeling. I don't like the feeling. In that book he says Mick regret. Well, I've got this thing with Long John Silver's where you drive by and you say, boy, that's going to taste really good. And the second you're done eating, you just feel like, oh boy, that was a terrible decision. I wish I hadn't have done that. Also, this is a pasture that has been overgrazed. Sometimes it's compaction, sometimes it's a deficiency. I just read an article that thistles are a sign of a calcium deficiency, and what they're trying to do is pull that calcium from down lower. They're trying to bring that calcium up because they don't like calcium. And well, I don't know if they're trying to do it, but they are pulling it up. They grow in places where there's low calcium, so this field has probably been overgrazed. Down there, I did let some organic matter behind. I need to get in here with the weed eater and cut all these thistles down before we got all this plantain and different things up there. But I need to get this thistle cut down, get this cut down, let the grass come back in its place, so when we're ready to bring the cows back or the bull back in here, this is going to be his pen, and we'll rotate him in smaller sections. It needs to be back in grass. It needs to be managed that way, and I think we'll be able to recover this throughout the year. So the other fields where my wife has told me I needed to go cut the thistles down before, we didn't cut the thistles down. We'll let the cows manage it, but I think I need to expedite the process a little bit before these things come to seed, cut all these thistles down so that this field is in much better shape. This is a little homemade, gate reel situation deal here, because all of our reels are tied up. So we use this in the bullpen to keep him sectioned off. But since we need another reel and we need a divider, we're going to take this out there to kind of force these cows to clip off some of this spirea and other things that are growing in this other part of the ground we're trying to recover. What are those old turkey vultures after? Piggies? Were you just testing that fence? Does Maddie have that fence off? She probably does, because we're fixing to move the cows. What were those turkey vultures after? Did you guys not clean up your slop, or they thinking one of you guys is done dead, or what? If they see you laying like that and think you're a meal, they'll get a big surprise, won't they? I'll be back to get you guys. I'll be back to feed you guys in a minute. We got to move these cows. You probably see what Miss Millie's feeling like. She's way past breakfast time. So is Pap. Pap's way past breakfast time too. These emotions that I talk about are, bring us to the mind of discipline. We don't like discipline. We don't like discipline in any of the part of our life. We know the necessity of it, but we don't like it. We don't want to be told what we can eat and what we should eat. We don't want anybody messing with our business. But we need to have discipline. Look at that little wren. We need to have discipline in our lives so that we eat properly, we deal with people properly, we sleep properly. That's been a big one for me. Sleep discipline. Trying to get, proper, close to 7 hours of sleep. Striving for at least 7 hours of sleep, and really trying to get closer to 8 hours of sleep, because it's good for my body. It does a lot better. It's not lazy to get sleep. It's proper. It's good discipline. I need to turn the TV off. I need to turn my activities off and get proper sleep. And I haven't been doing that for a long, long time. And I want to strive for that. I want to eat better. I want to exercise better so that my body's in better condition to enjoy my grandkids. Maybe some of us scoff at people like Justin Rhodes and telling us to, that we want to live longer and be in better shape to enjoy our family, to enjoy our children. I mean, I know that. So why wouldn't I participate in that? I do in every other aspect of my life. So we shouldn't have this. We shouldn't have this nonchalance. We shouldn't have this guilt in our systems to not want to eat properly, sleep properly, and take care of ourselves properly. That fence is on, but it's grounded out right there. Tick, 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 Miss Maddie. Tick, tick, tick. Cows must have pushed it against her building. Just kind of make things up as we go. We have let this bank. We've grazed it now for 2 years, but we've let it be overtaken by weeds too many times. So we need to have a quicker, more aggressive grazing rotation. You can see the grass coming back in and all this weedy stuff coming in behind it. It'll get real stemmy, almost woody. So we'll get in here, let them clip this down, let the grass come again. Maybe I need to seed it a little bit. I might do that just because. But the grass is trying. We just need to give it some help. This bank has just been real weedy. You can see the briars, the blackberry bushes. I did section off a patch down there where I'm gonna keep as a blackberry patch, maybe. But the rest of them I'm gonna cut down. I did fence we're gonna at least harvest the blackberries out of it this year. Look at all this weedy stuff. See the grass trying to come back in on it. So let's let the cows get in here and do their work. Come back at it again. And Mama doesn't wait for us to do a very good job. She just jumped right after it. Fence is way over her head. We gonna give them all the way back to there, Mad? Did you say no? Because I had divider up here. You ain't got to talk to me so mean. I'm just trying to talk to you. She's a boss hog. Miller, is she a boss hog? What about you? Are you still awake? You still awake back there? You're the new boss hog. You're the boss hog in training. I can't see you. Oh, the camera's going crazy. Are you awake? Sun in your eyes? You're ready for breakfast. Let's get these cows moved. Let's get these cows moved. She said, I'm tired of this, Aunt Mama. I'm tired of this. What's the plan? You just gonna lift it up? Oh, is your thing right there? There's old Captain. He's already got the target. He's right there with Summer. He knows what to do. More cow. More cow. More cow. More cow. More cow. You want to lead them, or you want me to get behind them? Or we're trying to push them across fresh grass. So when you try to push them across fresh grass, it's not as easy. If you're just moving them from paddock to paddock, you don't have so many problems. But when you try to cross them across fresh grass, it's a little more difficult. So push them past this junk pile. We want them to go way out there where I just showed you, which is even beyond our fence. Has his mom dried off already? Look at her. She's all swelled up. She must be letting somebody eat. That's Milk Dud right there. That belongs to that cow right there, number 7. She wasn't. They had a rough introduction. So Summer up there, that big Angus, has been feeding 2 calves. And old Milk Dud, he's been feeding off of her. I don't know how much he's getting off his mother. But heifers. Young heifers especially. Come on. Bia, you show them the way, Bia. Come on. Let's go. Who you got there, Maybelline? Come on, Bia. Get out the gate. Come on. Take them on, Summer. There she goes. She knows the way. 26 behind her. Go on, girls. That's where we want you. I don't want to test this bull too much with her on my back. Come on, cover girl. Get up there. Come on, Bia. Get on. Well, I thought she was going to go out. Now they're all trying to turn back. Let me call them through. I'll push. You push them, I'll call them through. Okay. 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 Come on. Okay. 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 Come on, 26. Okay. 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 Let's go. Come on, Kale. Okay. There you go, 26. Okay. 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 That's supposed to be your job, Summer. You're supposed to lead them through. Okay. 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 Oh, Maybelline's still causing you trouble. There's Milk Dud and there's the bull. Oh, Captain. Hey, no, hey. Huh? Well, he dropped like he was going to run at me. How am I supposed to know? If it was just me, I might take a chance, but I ain't taking no chance when she's on my back. Now we better get that reel gathered up. We can shut that gate for, well, no, we can't either. You want to stand guard or you want me to stand? Hey, stop teeth. I can't hear you when you're walking away. I'm old and deaf, man. I mean, she is the meanest person I've ever met in my life. She's tough. She's hard, really hard. I'm trying to loosen her up. What do you think, Miller? Is she ever going to be soft? Are you going to be soft? Or are you going to be mean like her? She's mean. She's a mean girl. The risky thing is, there's no juice on the fence right now. But they respect it. And I need a better charger. I don't have the most joules on my charger. It probably doesn't have, if it has 2 joules, I need to get a 6 or 8 joule charger so they respect it even more. But they've got some grass in front of them to eat. They won't test it until they're out of that. Need to get them some water. They'll test it if they don't have water, but and I deliberately gave them a small little patch here today to try to force them to either eat or stomp out those weeds. And then there'll be another little patch beyond there that we'll give them tomorrow. Summer, you're too big for this place, but you're gonna have to stay after a performance like that. She thinks she's got 2 calves. She's feeding them both. And there's the real mom, number 7. She's all engorged like she's never fed anybody. Interesting. What's going on, Miller? What is that? Is that your duckies, Miller? You wanna go see them? Go see them ducks. You see that? You got your egg. Little egg shaker. It's been a long day. It's kind of breezy out here. Well, Miller, time to take you to see your mom. That's the end of the day. The breeze, look at the breeze blowing your hair. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful, Miller. It's been a long day. You was in the pack first thing with Pap. Pap was busy. Got your egg shaker. Make some sound. Yeah. It's time to go. Time to go find your mom. Grandma was just on the phone with your mom. Said it's time to go. Grandma's loading up. She ain't playing around. Okay. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Love y'all.
Bye.